Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday here in our household. We have finished school. Our day started off where we ate breakfast around 9:30, 9:45. We done our Bible devotion. I know this is not like a day in the life, but I'm just giving you a recap leading up to this very moment. We did schoolwork, finished that up. The kids ate lunch around noon, and now it is 2:58 and I'm about to start dinner. Yes, I like to start dinner early. The kids cleaned up all downstairs. They were moving furniture around. They were sweeping and mopping. They did all the stuff that I didn't have to do today. So I was like, oh, thank the Lord. They're working towards some goals of buying some things. So hey, I am fine with it because they're learning responsibilities that you cannot have anything without working. So back to what I was saying. You're gonna cook with me today, or watch me cook. On the menu, I'm gonna do roasted Brussels sprouts. Yes, roasted Brussels sprouts. I'm telling you, the way that I do them, you try them, they will be a table staple. They're not boiled, nasty, just disgusting, what everybody thinks they are, little bitty baby funky balls of cabbage. They are delicious. And I'm gonna do some crock pot mac and cheese. I'm gonna do, Diamond, can you stir those noodles for me? I'm gonna do some crock pot mac and cheese. I've got some crescent rolls that I bought at Sam's Club that you'll see on a grocery haul that is coming out tomorrow. Well, it will actually be out before this video. I'm gonna use some of those, put a little honey butter on there, and then I'm gonna do some roasted chicken legs and some brown sugar glazed ham. Yes, that is what's going down on a Wednesday for dinner. We ate out last night because I had a little medical procedure done that kind of knocked me down for a little bit. And so I'm just gonna push through so I can feed my family some good food because we ended up eating pizza last night. Don't get me wrong, pizza's good, but I just wanna make sure that I cook this food that I've bought and keep my kids eating some vegetables, including myself and my hubby. All right, let's get started. So first off, I'm gonna just show you what I've got going on in my kitchen. My noodles are cooking till they are al dente. With this crock pot mac and cheese, you do not want to overcook noodles. You don't want to overcook noodles anyway, but you really don't want to overcook them. You kind of want to undercook them almost because they'll continue to cook in the slow cooker. Okay, so this recipe, I love it. You can put it in the oven. If you want to. I'm just gonna throw mine because it's super hot today, and I am gonna roast the chicken legs, but they don't have to roast this early, so I still got time. It is in the 90s. And yes, we have the AC running, but it's still really hot when I've got one room that's completely windows. So it's insulated and it feels great, but it's still hot. So it's 94, I think, today here in Greensboro, North Carolina. So I'm trying to keep it as cool as I can while I'm cooking. So I don't need to turn the stove on, and with a slow cooker, it does not make the house hot at all, or an Instapot, or even my what is this thing called, the air fryer. It doesn't make the house hot either. Okay, so I've got my slow cooker. I've already sprayed it down with non-stick cooking spray. I've got a stick. Oh, that's, yes, I've got a, bless you, I've got a stick of salted Kerrygold butter. I've got 2 eggs that I've already mixed up together. I've got 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 cup of whole milk. That butter is for my Brussels sprouts. And then I've got a whole lot of cheese. For this recipe that I am doing, it takes about 8 cups of cheese, give or take. So if you want it super cheesy, then use more, but this recipe calls for 8 cups of cheese. So that's how much I'll be using, nothing more. I'm gonna stir these noodles really quick. They are ready. They've been cooking about 7-8 minutes. Usually these elbow noodles take about 12-13 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes. You don't want them to be overcooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. just in case I get distracted while I'm continuing to show you everything. Okay, I've already washed my Brussels sprouts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut those up, and then you'll see me cut them up and season them up. I have already washed and dried as best as I can my chicken legs, and then I just have this little boneless brown sugar ham that I add just some flavor to, and it is delicious. So that is it. And then, like I told you earlier, let me show you pantry. I have my kids, when they cleaned up, they really cleaned up. Okay. And then I have, of course, those croissant rolls, or crescent rolls. No, croissant rolls. Crescent rolls are the little Pillsbury. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my spices that I'm going to be using for this, for all my dishes. For my mac and cheese, I will be using, of course, some of my chicken bouillon seasoning. I will be using some onion powder, granulated garlic, and black pepper, and just a little pinch of sugar. That's it. And then for my Brussels sprouts, pretty much all of this minus these two things. Oh, and no, yeah, minus that. So all of this for the Brussels sprouts with some of that Kerrygold salted butter, and I'll saute some onions first, and then I will saute them off a little bit and finish roasting them in the oven. So you'll see that too, but I'm just letting you know what I'm going to be doing. And then for my chicken legs, I will be doing all these spices and also a little bit of poultry seasoning. Oh, that says poultry seasoning salt. I've never tried that before. I'm gonna have to try that separate. I thought it was just poultry seasoning. I'm glad I read that, because I would have ended up and had some salty meat. Ew. Okay, and so of course my baking powder, or I use baking powder or cornstarch to give the crispy crust on all my chicken that I roast. Yes, and then I'll just be putting a little rosemary. My husband doesn't like a whole lot of rosemary, but every time I make it, I don't use too much. And anyway, fresh versus dried, you know it's not as potent. So it's gonna be good. But that's what's going down, so let's get started. Guys, so what I'm about to do right now, you saw me go ahead and dump in my noodles, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start throwing everything together and just watch. Okay, so I've got my crock pot on high now. I didn't want to put it on high until I got the noodles in there. I'm just gonna throw this butter in there. You know that Kerrygold is not a butter, it's already soft. So it's such a spreadable butter. It's not like just regular butter to me. So if you're wondering, will the noodles, let me get this one. If you're wondering if the noodles will cook the eggs, no. We're gonna just kind of pour a little at a time, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill these noodles. The butter is starting to melt, but I'm just gonna add, once I add all the ingredients and stuff, everything will combine. It will not cook the eggs. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and cool off as much as needs to be cooled off. And that's why I like this, because it cooks on 3 hours on high and 6 hours on low. So you can make this, you know, if you're gonna be out for some hours and you're just like leave for church or somewhere like that, you can always just put it on in the morning and come back home and it's ready when you guys eat dinner or eat lunch. Okay, so stop, Josh. Okay, so I've got that in there, and now I'm just going to add some spices. You can use in this recipe, if you don't want your mac and cheese to be super flavorful, just use salt or leave it plain. It'll be good, flavorful. But this, you should really try it if you haven't. It is so good. I've tried so many different mac and cheese recipes, and to me, putting the salting your noodles still don't make it taste all that flavorful. So that's why I like to do that. Okay, and so I'm gonna add cheese in here. That's about 4 cups, or maybe 5 or 6 cups. I didn't measure it out, it's just eyeball. But the consistency is supposed to be this way. It will be creamy, trust me. All I'm gonna do is just add some more cheese over the top. Oh, and paprika. Black pepper, and it's on high, heating up, and let it do its thing, and in 3 hours we'll be eating that mac and cheese when it's just in time for dinner. We'll clean this mess up and we'll start on the next dish. Okay, guys, so it is 3:28 and we've got the chicken getting ready to go in the oven. We've got our mac and cheese already in the crock pot cooking. Now I'm gonna start working on the ham because the ham is already pre-cooked. My kids love this ham. What I do is, and this is a trick too, that I like to do we always go home for Thanksgiving at my parents' house in Georgia, and my mom always makes everything a spread. But when I come home, my husband is always like, which my husband does not eat pork, but my husband always wants, in Georgia, we fry a turkey. My parents do not bake a turkey or roast a turkey anymore. They always fry it, and I get excited because I love it. But my husband is used to growing up with a baked or roasted turkey. And so what I always do is just make a turkey, ham, and like a green bean casserole or some mac and cheese, some little sides like that. And I will actually record that video when I do it when it's Thanksgiving time. But this is what I use when I do that. And for Easter, if I make an Easter ham, I do it like this. And you cannot tell that it is not cooked on that bone, because this is real ham. It's not like ham that you have sandwich meat. You can use this for sandwich meat, but this is what I like to use, so don't knock it before we try it. Just gonna pour that all over the ham. And I'm gonna cover it with foil because it's fully cooked. So when I get ready to put it in the oven, I'm gonna put it with the foil on top and just let it let the sauce caramelize on the ham and not dry it out. And then right before I serve it, I'll just take it off. Right before I take it out of the oven, I'll let it be uncovered about 10 minutes. So that is the second pan of meat. Woo. Okay, I'm gonna clean up, refill my brown sugar, and then we'll start on our last dish, which is the Brussels sprouts. We are getting it done. Okay, guys, so I'm getting ready to right now to just chop up this onion and saute it. Get this sauteed. The pan is already nice and hot and ready for it. Saute this up. Now that is sauteing. That is sauteing. I'm going to go ahead and start dicing up my Brussels. So I've let it completely melt. Now I'm going to pour this over it. Just try to coat all of it with the butter. Every one of them. You know, it seems. Oh, it smells so good. You smell it? Wish I can smell it. Hold on, buddy. This will go in a 425-degree oven for about 15 minutes. No more than that, because you do not want, them to overcook. They will be disgusting and mushy. So, that is all of our dishes already prepped. The chicken is in the oven. The mac and cheese is doing its thing up here. I'm gonna clean up, nurse my baby, and I will see you guys when everything is ready. Thank you everyone for watching this video today. I hope it is inspiring and I hope it is enjoyable. Please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, and talk to me in the comments. I love to talk to you guys and hear from you guys. And yes, I'm gonna get everybody fed and bathed so we can do this all again, Lord's willing, tomorrow.